Hey, it's Russ and Lauren right here on the Infectious Groove Music Channel. And today, Lauren is going to share 5 underrated songs from kids' movies. Most people think of Disney, I would assume, as the king of kids' animation. So if you're watching this video, if like the algorithm gods brought you here to this video and you're like, I can't believe she didn't mention any Disney, she already did a whole video.
I did.
On Disney. So if this is your first time on the channel, of course, hit the subscribe button and so on. But go back and take a look at the video we did before this because Lauren shared 5 underrated Disney songs there. And that's why everything on today's list is going to be from other studios outside of Disney. And the only one that I knew from this list before we shot this video, when you emailed me and said, hey, these are the songs I'm going to mention, was the last one on the list, which you put on the list because I mentioned
you mentioned
it,
yeah.
But all of the rest of them were ones that when I went back and listened to them, I was like, yeah, those are good songs.
Yep.
So the first one that you are going to start with is, again, from a movie that I don't even think I'd heard of this movie. And then when I listened to the song, I was like, yeah, it is a great song. It
is a great song. And you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't mention that there was some Elton John involvement on this. It's Tough to Be a God from The Road to El Dorado, as sung by Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh. And it is, Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh doing Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh things on the track. The tete-a-tete is delightful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, I guess as you get older, people will sometimes say, oh, that's cheesy or whatever else. And so I love that. Like, I love it. I know this is a non-Disney video, but Disney's really good with that. Like, especially in the 90s, a lot of like singers back and forth and whatnot. The next one that you have on your list is one that's from one of 2 Tim Burton movies that people love that I've never seen. And they're like claymation-ish, stop motion-ish movies. I think both of them are. One is, I've still never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. So drop comments and tell everybody what you do and get a load of this guy Cam from Wayne's World. But also, if I haven't seen that, I sure haven't seen Corpse Bride.
Right.
But again, I looked this song up and was like, yeah, well, that is a good song.
It's a jam. Okay, this is Remains of the Day from Corpse Bride, sung by Danny Elfman. And I will tell you, I am a sucker for a skeleton singing a song playing ribs like a xylophone.
Yeah, it happens so often in the real world.
Yep.
And how many times have we walked into a bar and said, "Oh, there's another skeleton"?
Yeah.
Thing.
But I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know what I mean? It's a fun, dark. It's Danny Elfman. You get the vibe, right? But lyrically, this song is so clever. It's deeper than it seems on the surface.
Which again, I would argue is a lot of kids' movies are that way. I mean, a lot of times they're plot point vehicles, right? This song is meant to get you an exposition song or something, and the fact that it gets stuck in your head is just because of talented people like Elton John but a lot of them also, I think, end up with much deeper lyrics than people give them credit for.
Yeah. Check this one out.
The next one that you have on your list is from Anastasia, which is a movie. This is another movie I haven't seen, but based on this song, I'd be like, yeah, I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Once Upon a December from Anastasia. And I'm going with the version from the film as sung by Gretchen Wieners.
Right, I know. As soon as I saw this was on here, I was like, she can't sit with us.
I know, Lacey Chabert. Yes. And I think that, first of all, Anastasia is an underrated movie. And this is an underrated song from an underrated movie. And, this song is so sad. It is so deeply sad, and it looks sad, and it sounds sad.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, that's different for you because usually you like sad songs that do not sound sad.
Correct.
At all. The next one, though, now here's one. I kind of misspoke at the beginning. So I knew this song, but I didn't know it was from a kid's movie. Like I just heard it as a Brian White song.
Or did you hear it as a LeAnn Rimes song?
Oh, I bet I heard it that way first.
And that's not the way that I want it. I'm talking Looking Through Your Eyes from Quest for Camelot, and the version from the movie, Brian White and Andrea Corr from The Corrs. And the reason I like the version of the song from the movie better than LeAnn, and LeAnn Rimes did not do a bad job, so don't come at me about it.
Although she got shown up by Trisha Yearwood on How Do I Live? But go on.
She sure did. And I would argue she got shown up here again as well because the harmonies on this are just so beautiful, and that's lacking in her version. Yeah. And I'm a sucker for a good harmony, and this is just full of them.
Right. Yeah. And it's funny, as we're talking about this, I realized, and it will be fixed by the time you see it up here, but I pulled the artwork with LeAnn Rimes on it, and I didn't realize, so I'm going to fix that before it'll be right when it's in the video. But now the last one on the list is the one that I brought up to you, and you didn't say this to me, but I figure a lot of people are going to see this and be like, how is that underrated? It was a huge hit. But I would argue, like I say, there's Disney songs that even the most grizzled person, you can do a line from and people know the whole song. This was an enormous hit when it was out, and I don't think anybody remembers it now. Like,
No.
I don't think anybody, and it's a crime. It's a great song.
It's a great song. Somewhere Out There from An American Tale. And for this one, I am going with the version from the soundtrack. Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram.
Yeah.
Again,
Incredible
beautiful
vocal
harmonies
on both,
and vocals, just amazing. And the version in the movie is cute because it's the little mouse singing it.
Oh, I
but,
can't take the version in the movie.
but-
Like when I saw the movie in the theater and the song started, because the song's already
Yeah.
hard enough as it is. And then in the movie, you're just like, well, I believe I'll be crying now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
But as you know, Linda Ronstadt is one of those people that could sing the phone book for me, and I don't care. So it's like, I will take her vocal on this. And I love James Ingram anyways. So, but as we said at the top of the video, if you listen to this list and you said, I can't believe she didn't include Disney songs, that's because she did a whole video of Disney stuff. So go back and check that out. If this is your first time on the channel with us, please make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Notification bell wouldn't hurt your health either, because we have 4 videos every week, and I know you want to know when they come out. If you're in any sort of music groups or kids movies groups or whatever on social media, maybe share this out, see what everybody else thinks about what underrated songs are. Drop a comment for us. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.